welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. Looking back at last week's runners, obviously it was awesome to see Silver Warrior go three in a row on the poly at the Gold Coast.
Yep, the Ripper, he's a champion. He'll go to the paddock now and have a well-deserved break. Done a great job. Really proud of the horse. Done a awesome effort since coming back from Hong Kong. It's his first preparation.
I think it was quite good. He obviously come back from Hong Kong and Maidener, and it took him a little bit to get there, but he then was able to get the 3 on the bounce. And he was a 20 start Maidener.
Yeah, no, he's
definitely had his chances.
He probably put the writing on the wall first up when he got back in a race where, it wasn't run to suit. It was just more or less getting back to the race. He had a long time off the scene, and then first up flashed home behind Smile Upon a Star. He was great, and then second up was great, and he had excuses, kept trying, and then, third, fourth, fifth, he went bang, bang, bang. He's a pleasure doing it with. He'll go to the paddock now. He's go to paddock a fit and healthy horse, which is one thing I love doing. It doesn't take him as long to get back now. So give him a few weeks off and then bring him back for some much better races. He'll be even better on the turf. Once he gets back, just keeps breaking records on the poly. So if they lift the ratings on the poly, it'll be even better. But I do believe he's a genuine Saturday horse on the turf as well. So excited to get him back next preparation.
And then looking forward to this weekend's runners. We've got a couple going around at the Sunshine Coast. These horses were obviously meant to race last week, but through a few different things, they ended up scratching them. So we go back again this week, hopefully, on Sunday. The first one's a 3-year-old maiden.
Pinko, very talented horse, very frustrating. He's had feed issues that we've been trying to get right. Fingers crossed, I think we've got him right. He's a very nice horse. He's very talented. It happens to the good ones where things go wrong. But drawn perfectly, Jimmy Orman stays on again. I think he'll run a great race. First up, going to learn a lot about him, as I said last week. He's moving well. He's very, very well within himself. Looks great. 1200 Sunny Coast should suit. But in saying that, he has had a big preparation. So just take it by ear on Sunday, see how he goes, and play it by ear. See how it goes, and I think he'll run a great race because he's definitely got a big engine. So looking forward to seeing how he goes. And then
Catwalk Criminal. Obviously, she just hasn't had any luck drawing barrier 13 this week. Every time she's been entered, she's drawn wide.
Yeah, I reckon the bloke who keeps drawing the barriers must have a horse in the race or something. But she's absolutely airborne. She's going so well. I just wish she drew a barrier, but I think she could still sit 3 while we're covering. Blown away. She's going so well, the horse. She's a special talent. It would have been great to see her draw a barrier, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, and she's going to have to show them how good she is now. It's a Sunday, Sunny Coast, Class 1, but I reckon, as I said last week, you'll see a pretty smart horse.
And I guess the hard thing is at the moment the rail's out 9 at the Sunny Coast, so obviously most of the time at the Sunshine Coast the barrier's not as big a deal, but when the rail's out it makes it a lot harder.
Spot on, it is tough, and that was back to last Sunday, we were in the blink. They went slow and just sort of run home 1, 2, 3. That's the way they finished. It's hard to make up ground. You can't get over the crown. I said to Carl Zeckman this morning, he said, what are we going to do from barrier 3? I said, just sit third defence, please, Carl, and that'll be perfect.
13.
Barrier 13, sorry, but sit third defence. But no, he knows the horse well, and she just needs that touch of luck, and if she gets that touch of luck, you'll see a bit of brilliance from a very talented horse, so I can't wait to see where she goes this preparation.
And then on Wednesday next week, you've got a couple nominated, one of them being Circling, who trialled just last Tuesday on the poly.
Yeah, he's so well, this horse. Trialled on Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, he's on the walker, bucking and squealing and feeling enormous. That's the sort of horse he is. He's a great horse to train. He's a pleasure to train, actually. He's tough, he's honest. And he's come back better this preparation. He's, more mature. Physically and mentally, he's enjoying his work. Kept him a little bit fresher for this first up assignment. Doomman, obviously 1200 short of his best. I think he can run a big race. His trial the other day was good. He sort of, behind a smart one of Waller's, it got sort of the outside of him. He got past him, and then once he sort of had that bunny to chase, he was really good late. 1,050 metres, obviously. He wasn't out there to break any records, but got a lot of time for this horse, and I do believe, when he's up to his right trip, he can mix it with some nice horses, over the mile, maybe even 2,000, like last preparation, he went up to Toowoomba on New Year's Eve and won up there, and then we backed him up the week later in the wave, and it wasn't one of Jimmy's best rides in the wave, I believe, and the way he ran home that day, I thought it was a great run. You know, he was beaten by 4.6 lengths or something, I think it was, and I thought that definitely showed me that, you know, we've got a nice horse to play around with next preparation. He's still well rated, and I think he'll run a big race first up.
And then you've also got Beauty Legacy nominated.
Yeah, he's nominated. I didn't really want to go 13.50 first up. There's not really much around. Just play it by ear, see how he draws, and see how the race plays out. But obviously forgive that first up run. He had a few excuses. He's come back well. He's been working well. He's getting fitter. He'll take a lot of benefit from his first up run. But obviously we know how talented he is, and if he produced his best in a 75 13.50 at Brisbane on a Wednesday, I think you'll see him blow that field away. But he's got to go and do it now, so hopefully he can.
Obviously last Tuesday circling trial, but we also had a couple of others being Data Patch and Get What You Give.
Yeah, both tried great. Get What You Give sort of ran out of puff, you know, last 50, but he'll be cherry ripe leading to next Saturday's run, going well. Looks so well, that horse. He's come back, different horse this preparation.
And he'll most likely go with Polly.
Yep, Polly first up, a vet to ride. She knows the horse well. She's been riding great, deserves another nice opportunity. And good old Data Patch, the quirky boy. Not going to go the early crow, but I think he's a different horse this preparation. He's a lot better than a poly track race, but it's somewhere I just want to give him that bit of confidence, get him to win first up. And I love the way he trialled. He worked so hard. I don't know what Carl was doing at first. He was about 15 wide on him and then opted to go back on him. And I think probably Carl was trying to stay out of the kickback. So the way he picked him up late, knowing that he was underdone, I thought his trial was really good. So he's on song. He's going great. He's definitely a horse we've learnt to work with and not against. He's a pleasure to train. Actually, I enjoy him. I think he's a bit of a character. That's the way I put it.
He's great at home.
He's great at home. It's just when he wants to do something at the track, he'll do it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes first up. See what weight he gets. Probably a vet will ride him too. If not, Carl will ride him. But I think he'll be very hard to beat next week. And all three trialled well and happy with the way they went on Tuesday.
Looking at this week's runners, what would be your best bet coming up? Obviously, you can include Wednesday's runners as well.
No, I'll stick with Catwalk. Worst barrier, better price, they say. So hopefully she goes up good each way odds. She did last week, so hopefully again looks a great race for her. I love this horse. She's that well. She came off the track this morning, squealing and kicking and playing around, and I'm excited to see her going around. Just needs that tiny bit of luck, as I said, from the wide barrier. But I know what sort of engine's underneath, and her work a couple of mornings ago was pretty awesome. So if she takes that to the races, they want to be pretty good to beat her.
In other exciting news, obviously you were able to secure the purchase of Sir Limerick on the Ingles digital sale, which is exciting for the team to get a horse that's up and racing and ready to go.
Yeah, he'll arrive here tomorrow morning. He's been perfectly looked after by the Leeds stable. He'll come up here cherry ripe. Hopefully give him a gallop next week and take him to an 1800 next Saturday, see how he's going. We're very lucky to get the horse. Our most loyal clients purchased him for us. So he's an exciting horse. He's lightly raced. Seeing what we can do with him. Excited to see what we can do with him, really. Obviously, see how he goes next week. If, he goes okay or he goes great, probably look at giving him another run and then probably put him into the paddock for a couple of months and get him back for some bigger and better races next preparation. But, exciting horse, obviously, from the O'Briens overseas. And Chrissy Lee's done a great job in his second last start. Love the way he toughed it out over 2,400 metres. That's good form for up here. And, I'm excited to see him pop his head out tomorrow.
He's an interesting horse. He raced in... Ireland?
Yeah, Ireland. He's been to France
too?
Yeah.
Or was it the French Derby he raced
there in France, and he's been here, there and everywhere. Obviously had a big rap of him as a young horse, but some of these horses, if they don't go on to win the Group 1s or the Group 2s or the Group 3s, they've moved on either to Australia or they're sold online, and obviously we've had luck with purchasing some horses online, including Deepaw, who looks to maybe go around next Saturday as well. So we'll have 2 English digital horses going around next Saturday, 2 exciting horses. Hopefully Deepaw gets a run in the listed 1,000 Lightning. Tough ass first up, but I'd say he's probably improved a couple of lengths his preparation. He needs to do that if he's going to go on to take on some better races this prep. Going to see how he goes first up. There's a couple of races in mind. Still haven't cemented that, what we're going to do, but he might have a lighter prep and then maybe head somewhere else after this, interstate somewhere. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see Deepaw step out next weekend. He's going great. He looks so well. He's bubbling. He's ready to rock and roll. So, be good to be taking some really nice horses to town, trying to take on the big dogs, which is never easy this time of year. But as a young trainer, that's what you sort of want to do. You want to take on these bigger trainers. So, very lucky to have loyal clients that have backed me to race these horses, and hopefully we can get the best out of them.
Thanks so much for listening, guys, and hopefully find a winner on the weekend.
Good luck.